Hola amigos, hola amigas, Dorian here from Hooverlux. Welcome, bienvenido, assalamu alaikum, croeso, welcome to my channel. Today I'm talking to you, I've literally just pulled into the drive. It is 28 degrees and it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky. That can only mean one thing: let's Retrobrite. So I started retrobriting my Electrolux upright, the, can't remember, the 260, 460, I can't remember, anyway, a couple of months ago. So this video is going to be divided into two parts. The first part of the video you're going to see is me retrobriting, or doing a first attempt of it, a couple of months ago. But today I'm going to do a proper Retrobrite for the Electrolux and some other parts that I have as well. With the weather being so nice, I have nothing planned, I have nothing to do. I can literally just spend the day doing Retrobriting. So I'm going to take advantage of it and do as much as I can. So I've been watching videos on Retrobriting, what's his name, 8-bit guy and 8-bit keys, and he does retrobriting for all computers and keyboards. So that's how I first saw you know, what retrobriting was. And he's done very different techniques, tried different things with different results. So today I'm going to try something a little bit more different, and we'll take it from there. So I'm going to go straight ahead and start getting things prepared and take you in there with me. And the first part of this video, as I said, will be me a couple of months ago, and I'll tell you when that was, and then we'll carry on with today. So let's get going, let's get Retrobrite. So today is one of the hottest days of the year so far, with the most sunshine. So what I'm going to give a go on is retrobriting. I've been waiting for a day like this to actually test out the Retrobrite. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to take off the parts for it and then come back to you with what to do next. But I'm going to be using this Electrolux 170 that has yellowed terribly, and we're going to give it a go on this today. Now the handle stayed white, and this part of the bag holding mechanism is white, but the rest of it is rather yellow. And at the back I have a cord. You can't see it so much now, but you can see it in the inside. There are patches of white where the sun hasn't reached. So we're going to retrobrite this today, so let's take it apart. Okay, so I've got the vacuum cleaner apart, and I have here ice cream 40 volume 12% emulsion, oxidizing perfumed emulsion cream with a 40%. So I'm going to give the bottle a shake up. I have a little brush here. What I'm going to do is to just put on an amount of the peroxide on all the parts lightly, and then cover it in cling film to stop it from drying up. Okay, I've got all the parts there covered in cling film and covered in the peroxide. So I'll keep returning throughout the day and just moving them around to make sure they get covered in all parts. So this is my Electrolux 170 that I've been retrobriting today. Now I'll take the cling film off. It has definitely, and I don't know if you can tell, but you can see the darker patches. It's definitely made it lighter, definitely, because it was very yellow, and it's definitely made it a lot whiter, but it is patchy. So it was supposed to be very sunny today, but it was terribly windy. The sun kept going in and out all day, so it didn't have a full proper Retrobrite. The other parts you can see are still whiter in places. It's definitely made a difference, but as you can see on the body of this, You can see the yellow and white patches, especially there. So I will have to do it again. This has to be done. You can see where the cling film. So this has to be done in absolute sunshine. So this is the first time I've ever done any retrobriting, and I've been waiting for a sunny day. So I know that it works. I can see that it's definitely made a difference on this. So I'm going to wipe off all the peroxide residue off this. I'm going to wash these and clean them up, and I'm going to leave them here for another sunny day. So this isn't the end of the video, but I don't know when I'm going to get to finish it, but we will get to finish it, and it will be white again. So that was a video that I made a couple of months ago with my first attempt of retrobriting. I didn't put enough of the liquid on there, and the sun kept disappearing as well. So today is going to be different because it is sunny, and it is going to be sunny all day. So now I'm going to move on now to today in July. Okay, so I'm in the garage. The video you just saw was me retrobriting this Electrolux 170 a few months ago, and it did do a good job, but it left it a little bit patchy because it was very, very windy that day, and I didn't get a good chance to do it properly. So what I've done now is, I'll show you in a minute of these. Now what I am going to do this time is I've got my 40 volume 12% ice cream emulsione ossidante perfumato in crema, which is basically oxidizing perfumed emulsion cream that you can get for hair. It's basically like a cream peroxide. And what I'm going to do with this one, which is a bit different, is I'm going to use this. Now this was in my oven cleaner, the oven cleaner grill packs you can get. I'm going to do it inside this very large bag inside here, so this should help. So first of all, I'm going to move the camera and show you a bit more. So these are the parts of my Celebrity, the handle and the hose, and these were completely yellowed. I mean, they were completely yellow. So what I did was, in these little sandwich bags, these little Ziploc bags, first of all I put some bleach in there. I left them in the sandwich bags for 24 hours in the daylight, which helped a lot. And then yesterday I put them inside another one, a clean one, with the peroxide. So these are dripping, and they are very, very white. They have come up amazing compared to what they were. They were orange brown yellow. That's the color of them from yesterday. So they're literally, I poured some into a bag, and then I've just been shaking it up, and I'm going to put this back out in the sun today along with the little hose, and that way I'm not going to get any peroxide on my fingers, and it stays moist, which is what you need. You need the peroxide to stay liquid so you can move it around and regularly change its direction in the sun. So those I've already done, but they need to go back out. First of all, I'm going to put my gloves on. Got a paintbrush. I'm going to take my watch off because I don't want my Apple Watch to get damaged. So I'm going to try and put these gloves on without putting my finger through it. Shouldn't be a problem. The first time I did this, oh, there's a spare. Oh, it's a spare glove, which is fine because it's got a hole in it. Okay, nothing like. Can't say live TV because it's not live, but I can't be asked editing. Let's have a look. Perhaps they put the 3 gloves in there because they saw the hole was in there, so why they bother putting it in there? Anyway, I've got my gloves on. Okay, gloves are on. Next, I'm going to give this a wipe over because it's a bit dusty. And I'm going to open the bag. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this out the way. I've got the bag here, which I'm going to open. Now that I've opened it, I'm going to leave it there to one side. What I'm going to do now, shake up the bottle. I'm going to put my hand on the inside because I don't want to Retrobrite the inside. And I'm going to pour some on. And I'm going to use a paintbrush to spread it around. A bit more. Just keep putting plenty on. All over it. I'm not going to worry about trying getting it too even at this moment in time. Now on the last side. Okay, so I got it coated all over with the peroxide. And what I'm going to do now is put it in the bag. I'm going to try and get it in without touching as much of the bag as possible. There we go. If you do get any on you, do wipe it off. So that's the first part. I'm not going to seal it up yet because I still have more parts to go in there. Now I'm going to move to this. Now this is slightly different because obviously I could take the hood off and dismantle the entire thing, but I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do now is gently coat this in the liquid too. Obviously not too much, you don't want it running all over everything, but enough of a coat that it will try and whiten the parts which are yellowed. Make sure I get all the parts that I need to be Retrobrited. Right, that'll do. Now for this, I'm going to use cling film. I'm going to cover it in cling film. So if I take a nice piece of cling film, and I'm going to put it over it. Smooth out the cling film. Making sure that You want to keep out as much air as possible and keep the cling film touching it. Okay, that'll do. Now I've put some on the back, so I need to take another piece of cling film and cover up the back area. Another small piece for this side here. And try and keep it as airtight as possible. Okay, so that is the base. I'm going to pop this in the sunshine. This is my second Electrolux 170 that I need to refurbish. So I'm going to remove the handle. There's a plastic screw there. That's that part. Then I can slip off the bag housing and pull out the cable from the clip gently because you don't want to break it. And the one from the bottom. There we go. Now this hasn't been cleaned, I haven't cleaned it, so I need to wipe off. Ideally, this would have been cleaned. But with the weather being so unpredictable in the UK, I haven't got time to predict anything, to organise anything. Or if I'm working, or I'm busy, or I'm doing something. I'm going to take the filter from the inside. And now, just like I did on the first part, I'm going to pour some where did I put it? Hang on. Where did I put my bottle of peroxide? Where's my peroxide? Hang on, like a complete numpty, I knocked the bottle over. So I've salvaged some that was on the floor. Now, I'm just coating the rest. I wonder if that was caught on camera. I'll have to have a look and see back. Last bit. Okay. That is done. Bottle to one side in future. And I'm going to pop this inside the bag. Take the other one. going to seal this bag up, removing some of the air. And this bag is now sealed. So I'm just going to stop and put these in the sun. Now, using the cling film method, I'm going to put some on these top handles. Make sure they're all... See, this part of the... it hasn't discolored, it's just this. So now I'm going to get a piece of cling film. And I'll lay the cling film down. And pull up and pop the cling film around it. That's one. Now we're going to do the other one. Covering all the parts that have gone yellow in a nice thick coating of it. Take another piece of cling film. Lay it out. Let it blown away. There we are. Pop that on. I'll cover this. Okay, now I'm going to pop these in the sun. Finally, the last of the main vacs, but I haven't taken the off that. Okay, pour some on. This one isn't so bad as the other one. All the parts which are yellow. Put a little bit more. Okay. And put some cling film. First came from the front. And down to the sides. Pat it down so it's touching. What you're going to need to do is every half an hour you need to check on it, and if you gently just move your hands over it, it moves some of the Retrobrite, some of the peroxide around. And it'll help not to streak. I'm not going to say it's not going to streak, but it'll help stop streaking. Okay, let's move that out of the way. I don't want to spill it again. Let's pop this in the sun. Okay, so I have all my parts here in the sunshine. It's only been a few minutes since I've put them out. So what I'm going to keep doing is checking every half an hour. I'm using this brush. Rubbing it in. So it has a good coating on it. And then keep an eye on where the sun is as well. So the sun's shining down in this way, and as the day progresses it'll come down further, so you need to rotate them. So these are the other parts I have here for the celebrity in their bag. Just give them a little look around. Okay, so we just leave them now and we'll come back in half an hour. So it's been 40 minutes since I was out here first. I'm just going to turn them around. I'm going to turn that around. Yeah. Now with these, like I said, I'm going to use my brush and I'm going to move them around and brush them as well to try and spread some of the peroxide around. Okay, so they're repositioned. Now I'm going to give them another 40 minutes. Another 40 minutes has passed. I'm just going to move it around again. Just keep moving it into different directions in the sun. I need that up there like that. Okay, leave that like that. And okay, let's have a look at these. I'm going to brush them around again and see what they look like. Okay, I've given them another reposition and we'll set another timer for 40 minutes. So it is now the evening time and I've just brought the vacuums and the pieces in from Retrobriting, and it is absolutely incredible. These handles that I have here, which are off my Celebrity, the one that doesn't work, they were mustard colour. They are now white like new. That and the little clip, incredible. They look like brand new. The tops, the bag tops, this one has come up as white as. This one, which was the more yellowed one, does still have some staining on the side, but the top of it is a lot better. But this was really severely damaged and discoloured. The vacuums themselves, well, I mean, you can see they look absolutely fantastic. They were very yellowed. I did go back and I put some more on. I peeled back the cling film and I put some more of the Retrobrite stuff, some of the peroxide on it. I put some more of the peroxide on there for the last couple of hours because it had dried up a bit. So they came out really good. I mean, the other one as well, this one as well has come up like new. All the yellowing has gone off it. I'll take the cling film off and wipe them over for you to see. But the thing I'm most impressed about are these. The actual plastic bag housings. They are white. They are absolutely sparkling white. And I think the fact that they were in this sealed bag made a difference. So I do think that retrobriting inside a sealed bag, because it got warm, there's condensation on the bag, you can't see it, but there's condensation on the bag, that the heat of the sun inside the bag definitely seemed to keep it a lot more, I don't know, just worked better really inside the big Ziploc bag. So I would definitely try retrobriting in the future inside these Ziploc bags. I'll have to have a look online and see if I can get some. The other thing I do have is in the pound shop they sell those like space storage bags. Now I've bought them for the purpose of space storage bags in the pound shop and they're absolutely rubbish. But I think they would work really well in using them for doing any kind of like retrobriting inside a sealed bag, because they look amazing. They really do. This one needs more Retrobrite. What I'm going to do is I have a smaller kind of Ziploc bag. I'm actually going to put the Ziploc bag over it and then seal it. And then leave that out tomorrow and see how it goes from there. But I'm not going to do a video on that because there's no point. But I'll do an overview video once I've put these all back together. This video is just on retrobriting, and then I'll do a separate video then on these when they're all back together and a quick demo on them. So all in all, very good. It's thanks to David from the 8-bit guy and the 8 keys guy, because it was his channel that I first even heard about retrobriting, when he was doing his computers and other parts for keyboards and stuff. And I have to say that it's really good. It's really a success. So thanks, David, for putting it on your channel, because I wouldn't have heard of it otherwise. And so yeah, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to rinse these off and I'll bring them back for you to have a quick look at. Okay, so here we are, all cleaned up, all tidied. The 2 bins, you can see they're glistening shiny and sparkling white. 2 bases, sparkling white as well. They were really brown, and they've come up a treat, an absolute treat. Compared to the first video when they were all mottled, they're all even and they're all white now, cleaned. The 2 handles, one of them has come up perfectly fine. The other one needs another go. This was the original one. I'm going to put it inside a Ziploc bag and seal it up so that it won't dry out. So hopefully it'll keep the liquid form, and hopefully that'll sort that out. And most amazingly is the handle for the Celebrity. That has come up looking like new. I've got a video of the Celebrity with this handle on there original, so you can see what it was like compared to now. So that'll be good when I get it fixed. And there's a little clip as well that was in there as well that got retrobrited as well. So I'm really pleased with that. That's really good. I can't recommend doing it enough. I would recommend you to have a go of it as well. It's only this 40% stuff for hair, peroxide for hair. I've got 2 Hoover Starlights. The backs of them, just the back part of it is faded. That could do retrobriting, so I will do that next time. But big thank you to David of 8-Bit Keys and 8-Bit Guy for letting everyone know about Retrobrite and the results that it's done. So I'm really pleased with that. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this useful. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, let me know what you think. I've got a lot of videos on there, and I've got a lot more to go on as well, so please keep watching, and thank you very much and have a nice day.